Finally. I finally got it to work. Comments are up. Wow, that was bad. What's going on, Steady Flow? How are you? So what is going on with everyone today? Were you guys working? Yeah, finally it's working. There you go. Hey Ryan, what's going on? Wild West. Yeah, just had a few minutes and decided, hey, Southeast Soft Wash. What's up, Cody? That day, I'm gonna call on Monday because I'm having an issue with my electronic remote control proportioning valve thing. So I need some help. I bought everything online. If you guys have not seen that, you need to go check out Southeast Soft Wash's latest video where they are developing a really cool new soft wash proportioner. It's going to actually be a remote control where you can adjust it remotely. So that's going to be really cool. Nice commercial medical building. The tank is empty. No gas. Deep South Texas. What happened with the cops, Wild West? Oh, what happened with the cops, Wild West? That's interesting. Well, I'm ready for some real deal hose reels. A, B, that proportioning thing. That's pretty cool. And you're welcome. Did everybody get their order of the Mildew Nader paintballs? That should really help a lot of people out. We have been so busy because of that. Kind of funny. Mac Miller, where are you located? We're actually starting on 4 really big buildings in about 2 weeks for the Board of Regents for the University of Georgia. That was like buying a house or buying a car with all the paperwork needed. But it was a, do I have problems with my employees moonlighting? I do not have problems with my employees moonlighting because everything is under lock and key. I've got security cameras. I've got GPS on all of the vehicles. Anytime our gates open, I get a text message notification. Mildew Balls was the name of my band in high school. Now that's awesome. I think you need to bring that back. I do have, sometimes in the past, I've had employees that will be out washing and the neighbor will come over and be like, hey, can you do my driveway for $50? And unfortunately, I think that happens right now. I've got amazing guys that I trust. But yes, it can happen if that's the moonlighting that you're talking about. Ocala, Florida, nice. Oh, regular cop stuff. They didn't know the law. I sent them back. Yeah, okay, so that's what you're talking about. I'm sure that it happens. I think more often than not, if they do a little something extra, they'll get a tip, and I'm not opposed to that. We price everything so we're highly profitable, including the labor, and knowing our costs, we're able to do so. And if they're willing to tip somebody or make a couple extra bucks, I don't have an issue with that. Funny story, I have a landscape maintenance business too. We've got multiple crews running around Savannah. And last summer, a previous business partner of mine who is a really good friend, we do his landscape maintenance for him. And his next door neighbors came over and were asking him about the contact information. He went and talked to 2 of my guys that were working. And next thing I know, I get a phone call from one of the from the next door neighbor who is now a customer, saying that it just didn't sound right, and he wanted to talk to me because they wanted to charge him $125 per visit, and he said, well, I'd like to have a contract or some sort of agreement, and the guy said, oh yeah, we'll write one up for you right now, and they were actually going to write it up on some paper I guess they had in my truck with my pen. So, excuse me, I rolled over. It was in a neighborhood that was very close to mine. So I rolled up on him, and we had a deep conversation about honesty and being a thief and not working for me anymore. And one of the guys got loud, and he no longer works for us, but we did get that customer. So it does happen, and I'm sure it happens more often than not. One thing that I do know is because of the GPS units, I get notifications on how much time they were at a certain spot. Before each job, they do a pre-inspection, which any issues I'm notified, pre-existing conditions, I get pictures. After the job, they let me know that it's completed, and then it's completed through an app that they have. So if anything seems fishy, I can go back with our systems that we have in place and track down how long were you there. You said this. But at the end of the day, you gotta hire the right people. You gotta trust your people. And sometimes, when you find out there are folks that aren't honest, then they're not going to work for me much longer. What else do we have? Power washing in the house. Is that Delaware? Fayetteville. Municipal work. What are some things I should know about legal stuff? Can you talk about bidding for a city? Honestly, it's going to be their requirements. Obviously, your insurance, they're going to ask for your insurance. They're going to get your workers' comp if that's one of the things that they need. It's a municipality, so they will. But yeah, I don't know the context of what the bidding process for that means. I can't talk. I've not even been drinking yet. But yeah, so they're going to give you everything that you need to submit in order to get that approval. We just had to jump through all kinds of hoops for this University of Georgia thing that we're doing. So but it's worth it because it's a huge job. The employees can't do marketing. They will not go far. Absolutely. A lot of guys are awesome working, right? And they can get out there, they can knock out houses, they can knock out buildings, they can knock out roofs. But at the end of the day, do they have the initiative, the drive, the know-how, the knowledge, all of that to run the business side? The business side is the most important side of a business. And I'm not talking down to anybody, but anybody can go buy a pressure washer. Anybody can go buy some bleach, and anybody can start up a machine and spray it on a house and rinse it off, right? There's no science, right? It's pretty easy, and I'm marginalizing it for the simple fact that it's the business side, it's the marketing side, it's the systems, it's everything that you have in place to make your business run and make it run efficiently and profitably that sets you apart from other people. So that's something. And David, I will get to your question on all of that that I just said. We've got some exciting news. I just talked about it in another video yesterday, but we are putting together a course, and it's basically going to be taking you to that next level. And it's Aaron Parker from Lean and Mean. It's Justin Rogers from Forever Self-Employed, and little old me from All About Pressure Washing. So look forward to that. That's going to be something. Hold on. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to be putting that out, and pretty excited. What else? Off-top question. Got a pressure washer Honda engine that is making a screeching noise. Is it belt drive? Is it direct drive? My wife and I love to visit Savannah. We absolutely love the food on Tubby. Oh my gosh, we were just saying we need to go to the Crab Shack. We're probably going to go tomorrow afternoon. Absolutely love Crab Shack. I've always said they should give an IQ test to buy a pressure washer. Yeah, you can hurt some stuff in a hurry. They want 3 viaducts cleaned. There's a 2-lane road and sidewalk underneath. Police will need to block off traffic. There's a lot of moving parts in that job, but a lot of times when you're dealing with municipalities or big corporations, they've already done this before. They've got the things in place to make it run relatively smoothly. And a lot of times you just have to show up and do your part. I found that offering a copy of our employee safety manual and our MSDS book helps to lock in those bigger jobs. Even if they don't ask, I still mention it. Let them know we are professional. That is a great idea. Give them all the information that you can. If you've got, a commercial pamphlet or a trifold brochure with all of your information, list your qualifications, your training, things of that nature. They might never look at it, but I guarantee you, probably only 1 out of 10 companies is doing something like that. So, obviously, not just being able to do the work, but being a professional goes a long way with everybody. People want to know and trust the people that they're hiring, and when they're spending their dollars, even if it's a city's money, they need to know that you know what you're doing and you're going to be doing a good job. Let's see, we'll have to tote water about 1 mile. How to charge for toting? What kind of tanks do you have? And this might be a better conversation offline. Send me an email. Bidding my first slate tile roof. Does slate bid higher than asphalt shingles? Man, we have like 99% asphalt shingle roofs here. Dudes down in Florida, they're barrel tile all day long. I am not the one to ask about pricing on that. We had a huge hotel, gigantic, I guess a C shape or a U shape, barrel tile roof. And, I thought, okay, we're just going to get up there and soft wash it and, be done with it. We ended up hauling surface cleaners up there, knocking it out like that. I don't know if it was the right way to do it, but it got it done a lot faster than what we were doing. So like I said, I'm not the guy to, okay, getting your safety manual once we get the job. Wild West, thank you. It's belt drive. It's probably the belt. Maybe it's loose, maybe it's wet, maybe something's leaking on it. Do you have access? Is there a safety cover on it? I would think that a screeching noise coming from the engine area is going to be a belt. Thank you, Cody. 275 gallons. What is your gallons per minute? I mean, you can do the math and figure out how much you're going to be spraying, and kind of determine how many trips you think you're going to be making. That's a tough one. That is a tough one. Typically, and we've been around for a long time, so it's a lot easier for me just to kind of walk away from jobs that are just going to be a pain in the butt. Hauling your own water if they don't have a water source. We've done that. It's not fun. It slows you down. It makes you not efficient, and efficiency is the key to making money. Is there a fire hydrant there? And if you're working so if there's a fire hydrant anywhere around, maybe the city will allow you to use their little things that you have to rent from them and do that. The town guy doesn't seem to know anything. Well, that's a shame. But if there's a fire hydrant, you could fill up very quickly that way. It's just a matter of having the right components to open up that fire hydrant and do it safely. So Cody, you said you had a huge delivery day in the color, or I guess, 2 weeks worth of stuff? Oh man, please, I don't know why that happened, but don't send me money, please. But thank you, that's nice. I asked about the hydrants and they said no, worried about main break. Where are you at, man? Ocala? No. The city will rent you a meter. And gosh, those metering valves are so expensive. That's awesome, man. How are you guys keeping up? How many guys do you have working for you building? Oh, Chicago. Nice. I like your mayor. Seems like a real gem. I wonder if YouTube will take this down because I said that. That's not to get too political. Hey, Cody, the other thing. What's up, Justin? How are you? I don't know how she is still rolling in that job. I mean, just a complete disaster. but it's crazy. 3 shop guys full-time plus me when I can. Yeah, that's you guys got a lot going on there, man. That's an impressive operation. And I'm sure everybody knows who Cody is from Southeast Soft Wash, and Justin from Forever Self-Employed is on here too. You guys, they don't need me promoting their gigantic channels, but if you're not a subscriber, both of those guys offer such great content, great information, things that will take you, above and beyond and get you guys, just making that money. It's not hard to do. A lot of bosses in the house. Every single one of us is. We're our own boss, right? Well, I'm not, but she said love it. Thanks, man. What else is going on? Oh, nice. Yeah, he's got some great information. That is a smart cat right there. And that's the other one. Lean and Mean, Aaron's Lean and Mean Academy, or Lean and Mean, great channel too. He's really good. Him and Cody put on, once a month they put on a live training deal down at Cody's shop in Roanoke, Alabama. And I'm sure they're all sold out, but that is, how much for your streamline training? Who you asking? Me? Precision pressure washing? Oh man, it's pouring outside now. I was out all day trimming bushes in my front yard, and I'm an old man, so it kicked my butt. How much? Just shared one of your videos on one of my groups. That is awesome, man. Thank you. Which video? And if you're asking about the course that we're going to be putting out, we've not yet determined pricing on it. We're still building it out, and it is still up in the air. It's going to be, I will say this, you will be getting 20 years worth of my mistakes, my successes. I'm going to decrease your learning curve by whatever 20 minus your time in the business is, because we're just breaking down my systems, my methodology, the technology that we use. We're going to be sharing everything so you can grow your business exponentially. It's going to be an unbelievable value for whatever we price it at. So, again, like if you're out there washing, I am thinking that, a couple house washes, if you're pricing right, are going to pay for the course. Yeah. $1,300 house wash. That is great. House wash only. Have a good one, Cody. Take care, brother. Yeah, Justin, absolutely right. It's kind of what I do. I love my customers. Absolutely love all of our customers. But I don't want to talk to them. I don't want to see them. I don't want to hear from them other than scheduling and paying their invoice. And that sounds kind of cold, but what I've done and how I've systematically changed my business model to a format that allows me to do everything remotely, it's pretty awesome. And it is a game-changing system on how we kind of go about our business. And I think it's pretty unique. I don't know many other companies that are doing what we do, and it's going to be good. 5,000 square foot house, gutter brightening and window wash with the pole. That's a good job, man. Absolutely. Yeah, I love those big ticket items, and that's something that we all have. There's a hurdle that everybody has to get over, and it's simple. It's that hurdle of not wanting to charge too much. We're in this business to make money, right? So charge accordingly. If you think if I've left more money on the table in the last 20 years than I like to think about. I'm talking probably hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not more, probably $500,000 worth of business I've left on the table because I didn't ask enough, because I didn't know what I was doing. I was in over my head. I didn't have the knowledge. I didn't have the confidence to do those things. And that's something that I've gained over time. Now I have that confidence. Now I have that ability to know what things are worth. And at the end of the day, the bottom line is I'm going to get paid for what we do. Let's see. Bid $69.50 for a restoration job, taking paint off a 600 square foot slate roof. Subcontract that from a roofing company. Customer was willing to spend $30K on a new roof. Fingers crossed. Yeah, I love those big jobs. Estimate for $13K times 3. That would be awesome. Big jobs are awesome. And, we get calls all the time because, we rank really high in the local searches for the right keywords. And so we're fortunate to where we have a tremendous amount of calls coming in from large jobs. And so, I quote a ton of jobs. I don't always get them all. But the cool thing is, you kind of learn where the pricing should be for whatever it is. We did, I can't even remember what it was, like 125,000 square feet of roof at this school, and we ended up not getting it, but it was definitely a learning experience. I mean, I think the pressure washing quote, because it was for a roofing company, was like, I think I was $3,000 off of what the other company did. Sorry, I'm just looking at some stuff here. I've got ADD. I apologize. Use 19F flow. Having a hard time finding clothes. Well, you need to wear clothes, man. What does the restoration job mean? What does that entail? Just taking off the paint? That's interesting. We don't do a lot of restoration work. Savannah is a very, very old city, and there is a ton of old buildings. Parking is always an issue, but that is what it is. So tell me, guys, I want to know what your interest is. Yeah, that's exactly right. Tell me the things that you guys would like to learn about. If you've got questions, systems, the marketing side, the sales side. There's a lot of things that I've not yet talked about on the channel, and I'm interested to hear what you guys would like to hear. We make a lot of videos on quotes. We make a lot of videos on just, like technical stuff and how to mix chemicals. But I also try to focus a lot on the marketing side and the sales side. What is it that you guys like to do? Let's see. Yeah, the downside about quoting those big jobs is you get these huge numbers in your head and you're like, okay, that's awesome. Well, I can't wait for that money to come in. And it's real easy to spend that money in your head before you get it. I'd like to hear more videos on systems. And systems is going to be the entire course. So that's going to be something that's really good. Try using 2 downstream injectors together, one for bleach and one for soap. They make a dual port chemical injector that you can put one in soap and one in bleach. I don't know if 2 chemical injectors in line, the physics behind that, I'm not that smart. Seems like a lot of iffy services out there. Who to trust with SEO? That's a great question. SEO is one of those things that is unbelievably complex, and it changes daily, unfortunately. But there are a lot of things that you can do on your own to boost your presence online in the local searches. And, I've made a couple videos. I know there's a bunch out there, but that's something you're really going to have to dive into, or find somebody that you trust and know. I think Aaron has got a company, and I can't remember the name of it. He just put out a video on it. If anybody knows what his website company he uses is, go to his channel because he's got that information on there, and he does really well with his SEO. Did test spots with 3 different products, going to use Transgel via airless sprayer, agitate with a large brush, then rinse. Well, I'm glad that you charged $6,900 because that sounds like a lot of work. Been advertising in a local paper and have gained a decent amount of business, but really want to gain. Yes, local papers can be beneficial. I think print media is kind of a thing of the past. And so I would look more towards a digital online presence. But yeah, if it works, do it. Like we did a Valpak one time, and it was the most outrageous influx of calls I'd ever received. And then we did it like 4 months later, 0. It sometimes I just can't figure it out. Footbridge Media, I think is what it's called. Thank you, James. That's what the cop said, sir. You need clothes. So yeah, check out Footbridge. I know they make beautiful websites, and I know that they do a lot on the back end as far as SEO and helping walk you through it. From what I understand, I've not dealt with them personally. I'm batch mixing right now. Can I use a metering system and still run a pressure washer? Well, a metering system is more used for a soft wash system. Is that what you're talking about? We have both on our rigs. We've got a pressure washing, which is independent of the soft wash system. I have seen some people, Mike Olins with Entrepreneur Army did a video a while back on using his metering valve with his pressure washer, and he had it all, but he kind of walked you through that. So, oh, good, poopy pants, wonderful, Allie. I'm glad you're here. Please don't do that. I got Footbridge. So Andrew, are you talking about a, Allie is the only one that I would like to give me money. That would be awesome. Let's see. All right, Precision, good luck with everything. Have a great weekend, man. Thank you for jumping on and hanging with us for a bit. Allie, come on. That's not even funny anymore. The first time it was funny. The second time and now, it's not that funny. And if you're going to do it, maybe fluctuate in between caps and lowercase, because that's funny. I don't know if that's funny or not. Oh, I can? Let's see. Remove. I might add her as a moderator. Thank you, Wild West. Super cool. Maybe I can hide the one person or the 2 people that always give my videos a thumbs down. CRM, streamlining, billing, and marketing. Yes, that is. Those are the things that we're going to be focusing on. Okay, so I was just confused by your question. Go to Entrepreneur Army, and he's got a channel. Mike did a video, and he does run his pressure washer, his chemical injector through the metering valve somehow. I'm not very familiar with it. Oh man, Allie's back. So yeah, I can put you in timeout. Oh, let's see. Streamlining CRMs, all of that is going to be covered in that course that we are in the process of building right now. But it's going to be some good stuff, guys. I assure you of that. They want me to bid a school building that's 31,000 square feet. What would you price it at, more or less? Okay, I just did a video on pricing, and there are so many components to it that it is unbelievably hard for me to give you a price. I don't know where you live. I don't know what kind of equipment you're running. Are you running 8 gallons per minute, 5 gallons per minute? Are you soft washing? Are you using 12.5? What's your hourly rate? And those are all independent of what my stuff might look like. So, you can get online and say pressure washing prices for commercial, and they'll give you like a percent how many cents per square foot. Hey, John, I will talk about that in a second. So yeah, it's real hard for me to tell you, thank you, Andrew, what to quote on it. But that's a big job. You need to know how long it's going to take you, what your capabilities are, and things of that nature. Go check out the video on how to price things, and it might kind of guide you in the right direction to give you an hourly rate based on your business model. Exactly right, Wild West. Love your videos, man. Allie needs to get a life. I've learned a lot from you. Really like Savannah as well. Really nice town. That's awesome. Where are you from, Andrew? Savannah is like the best place ever. If I was to do like an in-person training seminar, I think maybe people would dig coming to Savannah. Do you have one or two people on your trucks daily? One person only. I don't think you need more than one, because then you got one guy standing around and it looks like a bunch of city workers, one of the guys digging and 6 guys are standing around. There's nothing worse. There's a company that I see around town and they got 3 people on a truck, and it's every time I see it, I laugh, but it's I think it's overkill. But yeah, one guy, St. Augustine, that's where my mom lives. Beautiful city. Beautiful city. Excuse me. Do you have 1 or 2 people on a truck? I answered that. St. Augustine, beautiful. Wild West correcting his spelling. So what else do we got? And so a lot of people say, well, like, how can you do roofs with just one person on a truck? And because you really do need somebody on the ground watering and taking care of that. So, if it's a gigantic roof that's super difficult, then I might throw 2 people at it, but 9 times out of 10, we will not. What we do in those scenarios is we set up sprinklers, oscillating sprinkler systems that are completely watering the side that we're working on. It takes a little bit of time to set it up, but I guarantee you, I'll tell you in a second, Ricky, with those sprinklers going, it's gonna take care of all of that chemical that's coming down on your bushes, your plants, and whatnot. It's gonna dilute everything, and those sprinklers and the time it takes to set up and break down and move is way cheaper than paying somebody, $15 or $20 an hour to stand there with a hose. So there's your tip of the day. Why you don't use hot water pressure washers? So when I started, we did use hot water pressure washers, and I use it 99% of my time, and my kids make fun of me all the time when I'm using text to talk or talk to text, because I'll be like, good morning, comma, this is Mike with All American Pressure Cleaning, period. How can I help you? And they just make fun of me because I'm annoying. Hit that thumbs up. Hot water pressure washers. We don't do a ton of commercial that requires us to have a hot water system. They are great. They can make things go a lot faster when you're dealing with grease and gum removal and things of that. We stay away from that. The commercial work that we do is multifamily, large buildings, things of that nature, not anything that would require ridiculous amounts of heat. Commercial work, you need 2, 3 people. He must be using talk to text too. What you mean, man? Commercial work, you need, commercial work, it just depends on the size of the job. Sometimes we will have a couple trucks going and making the things go faster, because, commercial work takes time, and I really like residential. I like the commercial paychecks, but I like residential because it's quick, it's easy, it's repeat business year after year. And, what I just said right there goes back to the need for systems in place to capture information so you can continually follow up and contact past customers. Should I invest in a window cleaning water-fed pole in addition to washing houses? 100%, absolutely buy a water-fed pole. I've got some links in the description below. If you go to those, everything that we use is in those descriptions. And yes, I make a couple bucks on it when you buy it on Amazon, but you can get this stuff anywhere. I don't care where you buy it, honestly, because like I said, it's a couple bucks. So we use an Unger single stage system. We don't have real hard water here. So depending on where you live, you might need multiple stages, but what I use is the very small one. They're on all of our trucks. We've got, I can't remember which water fed poles we have. But yeah, exterior window cleaning without screens is a phenomenal upsell because it's super easy to do. It's quick and it makes those windows look really good. Should I invest in windows? That's a really good idea. I'm a one-man show. I think I might try that. Absolutely. It is a brilliant idea if I would say so myself. Voice to text is a great exclamation point. Yes, it is. Thank you, David. I watched your water-fed pole vids, but trying to figure out best way to set up my trailer for that. Ours are completely mobile. I put them on a cheap Harbor Freight like dolly thing, you know, 2 wheels and a handle. Strap it on there with some straps. I've got a little hose reel that I had somewhere on a shelf, and then I bought others because they work great. Very cheap, low cost setup. And it works great. You can really keep it anywhere. Pop it on pop it in the back of your truck, pop it on a trailer, strap it down, boom, you're out, you're going, and you're making money. It's easy breezy. On the window cleaning question, would you add an additional 50 to 150 on the windows or a percentage of the house wash job? It depends on, and the answer is $50 to $150. I can't answer that because if it's a 6,000 square foot house, then I'm going to hit them for $300 for the windows. They're expecting to pay more. Just because you can do it quicker and more efficiently with the water fed pole doesn't mean that you should charge less. You're still cleaning the windows. Their expectation is you're going to be out there with a mop and a squeegee. So again, this is one of those things where you need to know your value, know the worth of the service. Just you've invested this money in your water fed pole in the Pure Water system, and the customer needs to pay for that. So charge accordingly. $300 minimum for exterior windows is, for just anybody. I have one myself in the setup on my trailer. Nice water fed pole system on my trailer. Perfect. Also, always give quotes through email to build an email list for retail. Never give a quote without getting the contact information. But that is awesome, Wild West. You're 100% correct. How many of your residential customers do you upsell for windows? I try to upsell every single one of them for windows and driveway cleaning. But not all of them go, 25% maybe. If you were to start all over again with the knowledge you have now, what would you do to get some, with the knowledge you have now, what would you do to get some coming in? Some business coming in. Google My Business, focus on SEO and ranking high in your local searches because Google that's the way to go. Some business coming in. Okay, you are paying for the technology to get job done. Yeah, exactly right, James. And also, you're not paying for my time. You're paying for my experience. You're paying for my knowledge, my years of figuring things out so we can come and do it efficiently. Yeah, you may have a 4,000 square foot house and it takes us an hour and a half to clean. And you're like, man, I just paid $450. That's a lot. Like, you're making way too much money. No, I'm not. You're just getting an awesome value for your dollars. Let's see. I did 2 house washes today. The exterior windows added $210 for the day. That is awesome. Yes, and that's what I'm talking about. Because you've got a water-fed pole and the right equipment, the knowledge and the experience to do it rightly, quickly, efficiently, and their windows look great. That's all that matters at the end of the day. Where did you get your new shirt at? Where are you located? Would like to... This shirt? My wife got it for me for Easter. But if you're talking about other shirts, they're probably from FinPrint, fin-print.com. Hey, man. Hi, Scott. How are you? Hey, what else? I live in Savannah. I don't know if I'll be doing in-person courses or not. It's just something I was talking about. Scott, did you catch any more than those 2 huge bass that you sent me pictures of today? Because that was ridiculous. Scott sent me, he was bragging and sent these 2 like gigantic bass pictures. And I sent him a picture of my hedge trimmer and blower and bags and rake, because that's what I was doing when he was out fishing. I know, man. I need to bring my son up there. Oh, Allie's back. She had 300 seconds of timeout. User in timeout again. All right. Let's see what's going on. So I got 35 people in here and only 13 thumbs ups. That makes me sad, man. What's up, Greg? Where you been, man? So for anybody that isn't on, that wasn't on earlier when we were talking about it, we will be putting out a course in the next Scott, don't do that, man. Please don't. I'm sending it back to you. We're going to be putting a course out. It's going to be myself, Aaron from Lean and Mean, and Justin from Forever Self-Employed. And we're kind of teaming up together to put out something that's pretty awesome. And nice. Always practice on families and friends, and ask them for reviews too. No, it's going to be it'll be a course that will be, you basically download all the content, and you have access to it's videos. It's just talking and showing you the ways that we run the business, the content, the systems, and the methodology that we all have in place. It's not going to be on how to clean, because like I said, anybody can figure that out. You can watch any YouTube video and figure that out. This is going to be on taking your business to the next level, going from wherever you are now, breaking through that glass ceiling and really making the big bucks, because I'm going to teach you everything that you need to know step by step and give you the systems, give you the technology that you need to use so you can do this and take your business far beyond it is now. I've 20 years of figuring things out, and it's about time to share some of that wealth. We're scheduling hopefully around mid-May probably, but we're working on it hard, so it'll definitely be, it should be sooner than later for sure. All right, what's the time frame? Okay. All right. Love this channel and all the knowledge it has brought me. Thank you, Billy. I appreciate you watching. All right, guys. Well, we've been on about 45 minutes. She does. All right, man. That was a little off color, but whatever. All right, gentlemen and ladies, if you're on, I doubt it, because 99.9% of our audience is men, which is perfect, because that's who's out there watching for the most part. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you watching. As always, thank you. We appreciate you. Subscribe to Scott's channel, Scott Cleans It. Subscribe to Forever Self-Employed, Southeast Soft Wash. Who else? Aaron's Lean and Mean Academy. All great content. Absolutely invaluable information on all of those. So definitely support those guys. And that is it. I am out of here. We appreciate you. Have a great day. And we'll talk next time. This was fun. Thanks, guys.